Hi guys. So I just got home from my morning crossing guard shift. I had some time before I have to get my son downstairs and on the computer for school. And I just finished listening to my podcast this morning for my personal development. And they were talking about change and habits since it's the start of the new year. And talking about how a lot of people keep going through the same exact thing, wondering why nothing is changing. It's the definition of insanity, actually. Doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results. And that happens to a lot of people around this time of year. They either give up on setting New Year's resolutions because what's the point in setting them because I never follow through with them or they never work out for me, or they keep doing the same exact thing and then quitting a few days or a few weeks later because it's not giving them the results or getting them any closer to their goals than it ever did before. I actually wrote a blog about how right now everybody that set a New Year's not everybody, but a lot of people that set a New Year's resolution to lose weight and to get healthier are buying gym memberships. And they're at the gym. The gyms are packed. And then within a couple weeks, a month or two, there's almost nobody there because everybody's quit going because they're not getting what they want out of it. They're not seeing the results they want out of it, or it's just, well, I can't do it. It's too hard. I can't do it. I can't fit my time into it. And people don't want to change how they do things because it's too hard for them to change how they do things. Like, I will admit, I used to go to the gym. I like going to the gym. I haven't done it in years, but when I went to the gym, I was going 6 days a week, and I was paying for a personal trainer once a week. And I was getting results, not as much as I wanted, but I enjoyed going. It was an outlet for me. But there was only certain times of the day that I could actually make it because it was so crowded from everybody else going, and then having to worry about who's going to watch my son. He was almost too old for the on-site daycare that they had, and if my mom watched him, I had to make sure she had the time to watch him so I could go to the gym for an hour and a half or so. And I wasn't getting out of it exactly what I wanted because, yeah, I had a personal trainer who was teaching me how to use the machines, but I had no one helping me with the food part. A nutritionist doesn't come with a personal trainer. That's extra money I didn't have. I was paying like $45 a month just to go to the gym, and then I was paying anywhere from $80 to $100 for the personal trainer, depending on if I wanted an hour long session or an hour and a half long session. I mean, I was spending so much freaking money at the gym. And I was also in that mindset where home workouts don't work because there's no way to feel motivated. If you're by yourself and you quit, who the hell's gonna know except for you? And then, so I never wanted to look into them. And then last year, I finally started looking into them, doing some research, seeing the results that people were getting. And the results that people were getting with home workouts were just as good as, if not better, than the best results people were getting at the gym. And they're doing it in their own home. So if you're the type of person that makes weird faces when you're concentrating on your workout, or when you're using your weights and you make that weird grunting noise, you can do the crap in your house and no one's going to give a damn. I mean, it's your house. So trying to get people to who have tried the gym and not seen the results that they want understand that home workouts are amazing. I mean, when I started out just for 30 minutes a day for 3 weeks, I lost almost 15 pounds and almost 5 inches overall. And I completely changed the way, like, it was very obvious change in the way my body was shaped, and my metabolism was boosted because I kind of slacked off for a little bit for a week or two after I finished, and I gained maybe 2 pounds back, 3 pounds back, but you couldn't tell. You could not see that I had gained anything back. And then there's habits. You get into certain habits. Like, I know people have heard the saying, I just totally forgot what the saying was. Have you ever heard people talk about how they're driving home from work or somewhere, and then they get home and they don't remember the drive at all? It's because you're on autopilot. It's the same exact trip you take every single day when you leave your job. The same exact trip. The only time it changes is when you have to go to the grocery store or a doctor's appointment or something like that. And there's been times where I've left the house and I need to go to the store or something, but it happens to be the same direction as somewhere else I go all the time. So I get halfway to where I didn't want to go, realizing I completely missed the turn or the exit for where I needed to go because I was on autopilot. I didn't intend to be on autopilot because I knew I had something different to do, but I was on autopilot and I completely drove past where I wanted to go, where I needed to go, and started driving towards where I would always go when I drove that direction. And habits are blind spots. You get so into the habit, the monotonous routine of doing the same exact thing over and over and over and over, you don't recognize when something needs to be changed. I know it probably sounds a little contradictory because I just made the video yesterday in a blog post about morning routines and nighttime routines, but there's a difference between good habits and bad habits. If you're doing something daily that is helping you, mentally helping you, physically helping you, those are good. But then you have to be able to recognize when that needs to be changed because you've either peaked at what you're doing, or you've hit a plateau, or you realize you're just monotonously going through it and not getting the results you want from it. It's like with workouts. If you keep doing, you're supposed to change up what you do every day so your body doesn't get used to it. But if you keep doing the same routine over and over and over, then your body gets used to it. You may think you're putting in 100% effort, but you're really not, because it has become muscle memory by that point. And you feel like you're giving 100%, but you're not giving 100%. Once you change it up and do something different, you'll be like, I can feel that one. I haven't been able to feel it for a while. And it comes with, if you're unhappy with how your life is going, with your job, with relationships, with friends, and you're always complaining and bitching and moaning about it, but you're not doing anything to change it because you're in the habit of dealing with that stuff, that's detrimental to your mental health, and that even affects your physical health because you're so unhappy and stressed out about how things are going. You need to be able to take a step back and look at things and evaluate where changes need to be made. Like, say friend A is always trying to get you to go out and do something new, get you out of your comfort zone. That's awesome. If you have friend B who always does the same exact thing every single day, always complains about the same things every single day, they're going to drag you down because you're getting sucked into their little woe is me, pity party, I'm so bored, nothing's working hole. For me, I have a hard time making friends. So when I get a friend like friend B, I'll try to justify my reasons for staying friends with them. But the more I look at it, I'm like, you know what? Friend B is doing nothing to help me. They're actually holding me back and pulling me down from what I'm trying to do. So the only way I'm going to get to XYZ is if I get rid of friend B. And it's hard making changes, no matter what the change is. That's just a goal for friendship, like with your job and everything. If you've been busting butt and you're not going anywhere, You need to be able to look, is it the job or is it me? And evaluate, take notice, and be comfortable and confident enough to make the change you need. Either change the way you're doing the job or change your job. And then with your food, if you think you're eating healthy but you're getting zero results from it, are you eating as healthy as you could be? Is there something in your diet that is holding you back, that your body's reacting to negatively, that you need to cut out, that you don't think you need to cut out because it's a healthy thing? And with your workout, I've already mentioned that before. If Don't be afraid to change things up. Don't be afraid to get out of the habit and do something different. And just lost my train of thought again. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with change. Change is actually amazing if you do it the right way. I actually looked up the definition of change. It's to make or become different, or to take or use another instead of. I mean, if this isn't working, try this. If that doesn't work, try something else. If your habits are doing nothing but holding you down and keeping you on a very monotonous path, change up your habits. Find something else that'll work better for you. You don't have to follow the herd of everybody else. Just because everybody else is doing this and it seems to work for them doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And that's pretty much all I wanted to get on here and talk about. I have to get my son fed before he has to get on the computer for school here in about 24 minutes. But don't be afraid to change. And don't be afraid to change your habits. Don't let your habits become what holds you back. I hope you guys have a great day. I think it's Wednesday. All day Monday, I thought it was Tuesday. But I hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later.